Alright everybody, what is going on? It is your boy C4 here, and today we're continuing the breakdown of 32 teams for the upcoming 2014 NFL Draft. The last video I broke down the New Orleans Saints, so if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check that out. Today we're talking about the Carolina Panthers. Riverboat Ron took his Panthers to a 12-4 record, one of the surprises of last year. For their MVP, I'm giving it to the linebacker Luke Kuechly. Obviously, there's debate that you could give it to Cam Newton, but I just think Luke Kuechly is, in my honest opinion, the best middle linebacker in the NFL. With 156 total tackles, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions, Luke Kuechly is an absolute beast. He's definitely, at the very least, if you don't think he's the best, he's on the same level as the Patrick Willises, the Navarro Bowmans of this league. Looking at their draft last year, they didn't have a third-round pick, so the first 2 rounds, I think they got a star, and definitely a guy that's going to be able to develop into a future star. In the first round, they got Star Lutulele, the defensive tackle from Utah, who I was super high. I think this guy's going to be an absolute monster. Finished the year with 48 tackles and 3 sacks, did his job. And then the second round, they got Quan Short, the defensive tackle from Purdue. He was a top 5 defensive tackle prospect last year going into the draft. I think it's a good pickup. And hopefully, if they can hold on to both Lutulele and Short, they can develop into a great defensive combination there. Because that Panthers defense last year was sick. But looking into free agency, this is where the Panthers have just shit the bed. I think they've taken, they took 1 step forward with last year's progression of the defense, and then they took like 4 or 5 steps backwards with this handling of this free agency period. They added Roman Harper. All-right safety, kind of, a little bit over the hill. And Jericho Cotchery, again, like 31. I think he had a pretty decent, caught a couple touchdown passes there for the Steelers last year. But here's who they lost. They lost Steve Smith. That's a morale hit right there, Steve Smith's definitely not the same player, but you definitely could have afforded to keep a guy like that with his locker room presence, his dominance on the field as a leader, as well as he has a good rapport with Cam Newton. He's been there forever. They lost their other top wide receiver, Brandon LaFell, who I thought that was actually a really, really poor choice. He's still young, could have developed, even had potential to be a true number 1 this year. Jordan Gross, one of their franchise offensive linemen, he retired, and then they lost breakout safety Mike Mitchell. Last year had a pretty good year. You don't really know, as he was a bust coming from Oakland, you don't really know if he was a product of that Sean McDermott defense or not, but they lost a lot of talent. Like, they have no one at wideout, which is a good transition into the draft pick. I think they take the best wide receiver on the board who's ready to play right now, and that is Odell Beckham Jr., the wide receiver from LSU. Like I said, their depth at wide receiver right now is, Jericho Cotchery. Are you kidding me? And when I think the Browns are going to bite on Kelvin Benjamin, I don't think he's going to be there. So Odell Beckham Jr. is the best wide receiver. You have Jarvis Landry still there. I don't know who else is still there on top of my head. But you got to get a wide receiver. Odell Beckham Jr. will be able to contribute right away. Probably will be your number 1. I don't really know how many more wide receivers are left on free agency that would be able to overtake a guy like Odell Beckham Jr. So, could be a fantasy sleeper. He'll get a lot of fucking targets. Because right now the best wide receiver on the Panthers is Greg Olsen. But yeah, Panthers need to get some fucking wideouts ASAP. If I'm Cam Newton, I'm pretty fucking pissed off. I'm irritated as shit. So it's like, alright, so I'm a running quarterback, and my offensive help is my tight end, and we got like 4 fucking running backs. That's it. So unless they're going to convert Mike Tolbert to wide receiver, they need to address that really, really quickly. So if you're a Panthers fan, what do you think about this? Odell Beckham Jr., yes or no? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, smash the like button, and make sure you subscribe to Beast Mode TV for more NFL mock drafts. Till next time, it's your boy C4, saying peace out.